Hi there and welcome back to my channel. Today I am making a video of 6 things that I've learned about the music industry here in Nashville, Tennessee. I thought I would make this video for people who are looking to move to Nashville to pursue music, or if you live here in Nashville and you just need some simple reminders or to hear from my experience. So if that interests you, keep watching. Alright, my first tip for you is to do co-writes. So a co-write is when 2 or more musicians get together to write a song together, and it's super helpful because you can learn from them and they can learn from you. When I first moved here, I definitely took advantage of this, met up with some people to do co-writes, and I learned from their songwriting technique, and it helped me a lot figure out how I like to go about writing a song. Also, for co-writes, it's a great way to meet other musicians and network. I met some people that I am still friends with today through co-writes. A good way to meet people for co-writes is to get the app called Vampr. So Vampr is essentially, it's free. It's essentially almost like a dating app for musicians. The purposes of it are not to be used romantically, even though some people try to. But it's just to meet other musicians. So I actually met my friend Roxanne through Vampr. So we connected and we decided to meet up and write a song together. Make sure that if you are meeting people for co-writes, that you are meeting in a public space and be safe about it and just be careful. Which brings me to my next point. Alrighty, so my next point is to join Nsai, which stands for Nashville Songwriters Association International. So Nsai is a non-for-profit organization for songwriters across the globe to network with each other, as well as it gives songwriters great resources to further their career with songwriting. So joining was probably one of the best things that I have done for my songwriting career. It cost around $250, I believe, for a year. But every Thursday they have workshops, and the last one that I could remember was they brought in a professional vocal coach to come in and talk to us about vocal care and how to be safe about using our voice. So definitely take advantage of Nsai, sign up. You get to meet so many different people. All the people who work there are very helpful, and they will help you further your career with songwriting. And it has given me a path to see where to go and how I can one day eventually make money with songwriting. And as I was saying with co-writes, to meet in a safe space, Nsai provides writing rooms for its members. So you can sign up and you can get a writing room for about 3 hours, and of course it's like a public space, safe. You can meet people to do co-writes there, so definitely take advantage of the writing rooms there at Nsai. Alrighty, so my third point is how to get a gig. So my personal experience of getting a gig was that I walked into there were multiple different days that I did this, but there was one day in particular where I went into 20 to 25 different places, handing out my card, seeing who would want me to have a gig there. And I remembered that, you have to keep in mind the style of music that you're trying to do, know your audience, see the type of people that are going to these bars, restaurants. Essentially, like, if you don't do country music, don't go to Jason Aldean's on Broadway trying to get a gig there, because it's not going to fit your style. So for example, I was going into more so coffee houses for my style of music, and it works out better that way when you go for your style and you have what they want, so everybody's happy. So be persistent, hand out your card, go into places, whether you have to go into them multiple times, emailing them, they get it all the time. Don't be shy, and just remember to be persistent, and you will get your first gig. So my fourth point is, what is a writer's round? So when I first moved here to Nashville, I heard this term all the time. What is a writer's round? And essentially a writer's round is an open mic but it's a set list of different artists to come and perform their original music. So typically it's like at a coffee house or a restaurant, and they have a stage, and on the stage there's 3 or 4 different artists, and they're playing their original songs, and they rotate between artists. And, you know, there's a crowd there. There's also some people in the industry. So it's a chance for people to hear these artists' original songs. But you have to sign up for the writers' round ahead of time. It's like a set list, if that makes any sense. Hopefully that does. I got my first writers' round at the Well, which is a coffee house on Music Row, which was super awesome that I had my first writers' round right on Music Row, and it was a great experience. So if you're looking for another writers' round, look up the Well Coffeehouse on Music Row. Alrighty, my 5th point, and as anybody who follows my YouTube knows, I love to play out on the street. It is one of my favorite things to do here in Nashville, in all honesty. I invested in a battery-powered amp, which they can get pretty pricey. Mine was around $600. I know, pricey, but it's well worth it. I play out on the pedestrian bridge right off of Broadway, but I've also played off of some of the side streets of Broadway, which also have pretty good foot traffic. And if you do the timing right of when you're going to play out on the street, and you know like there's going to be a lot of people downtown at this time, etc., then you'll get a lot of foot traffic, a lot more tips. Keep that in mind. And playing out on the street is just an overall really fun thing to do. I have met some cool people through it. You know, it helps also grow your social media following as well if that's what you're looking for. And there's just something about playing outside that is just very, I don't know how to describe it. I find it calming. I love being outside. So music and being outside and meeting people, great opportunity, in my opinion. So if you do enjoy playing out on the street, take advantage of that here in Nashville. My last point, my 6th point of something that I've really had to remind myself, and I think all musicians or honestly anybody in general, if they're going for their goals, should remind themselves, is things take time. You have to remember to be patient. And I'm saying that from experience because I get super impatient. And if you have these big dreams of being successful in music and making a good career for yourself here in Nashville, you have to remember things don't happen overnight. I know. How rude. It's super easy to get impatient. I do it myself. You know, you compare yourself to others. Why am I not as successful as them? But you kind of have to talk yourself down, and, you know, everything takes time. So be patient, be kind to yourself, and in the meantime, keep working on your craft, keep getting better, and be grateful for the opportunities that you do get. And remember to never give up, and remember that you're doing this because you love to make music. Alrighty, thank you for watching so much. I appreciate your love and support, and if you wouldn't mind liking this video and subscribing to my YouTube, it would help so much. I hope some of my experiences and some of the things that I have learned have helped you, whether you're in preparation to move here or if you already live here yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.